Good morning, students. Today you have to discuss the magnetic field due to a long state current carrying conductor. This is the application of Biot-Savart law. You know, Biot-Savart law is that the magnetic induction at a point due to a current carrying element dV equal to mu naught upon 4 pi IDL sin theta upon r square. Mu naught upon 4 pi IDL sin theta upon r square. So this is for the this law is for only for that is for the small element. Here this law will be applied for a long straight current carrying conductor. AB be a long straight conductor carries current I from A to B, and P is the required point where you need to calculate the magnetic induction. So as per the right hand thumb rule, we can find out the direction of the magnetic induction. Magnetic field strength will be directed outward. If you hold the current carrying conductor, rotate it, and magnetic field at point P will be directed outward. And here you want to calculate the magnetic induction at point P, the magnitude of the magnetic induction. So here that already you have taken that xy be the small element, dl be the small element, dl the small element carries current I, and x is the position, x vector is the position vector of point P, position vector point P from the center of the element, and that r is the actually the distance from the perpendicular distance of the point P from the current carrying conductor AB. Our target is to find out what will be the magnetic induction at P due to the whole long straight conductor AB. So what happens here, theta is the angle made by the position vector and the direction of the current. Position vector and direction of the current, theta is the angle. And if you apply the Biot-Savart law, so applying Biot-Savart law, according to Biot-Savart law, the magnetic induction at P due to small element dl is given by dv equal to mu naught by 4 pi IDL sin theta upon position vector, that is the x square. This is the, you take it as the equation number 1. So our target is that to find out the dl sin theta and x square. dl sin theta and x square. So you know it here from the triangle OMP. So you are finding theta plus alpha, that is equal to pi by 2, or theta equal to how much you are finding? Pi by 2 minus alpha. If you put it for the sin theta, so what will be the sin theta? So sin theta equal to sin pi by 2 minus alpha, that is equal to cos alpha. So here we are finding sin theta equal to cos alpha, sin theta equal to cos alpha, because we are replacing that all these dl sin theta x square. So another is the x square, this is the x. If you take the cos alpha, what will be the cos alpha? The cos alpha will be equal to b upon x, that is r upon x, or x equal to r upon cos alpha, or that is equal to r sec alpha. So you are getting the x equal to how much? X equal to r sec alpha. This thing you are getting. Another part you will find out the dl, because what is the dl? dl is the small element is taken from center of the element to the end is taken as the L. So from tan alpha, if you take the tan alpha equal to, so tan alpha equal to P upon B, that is L upon R, or L equal to how much you are finding? R tan alpha. So differentiating both sides with respect to alpha, we can get it the dl equal to R sec square alpha into d alpha. So that is dl, you are getting it. So you have substituted sin theta, x and dl. So in place of sin theta, dl and x, if you put all these bracketed portions, what the equation is reduced, let us see. So we are finding the above equation as dv equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I, what is the dl? dl equal to r sec square alpha d alpha. Another, what is sin theta? Sin theta equal to cos alpha. and upon what is x? X equal to r sec alpha, x square equal to r square sec square alpha. You are getting all these terms reduced form. So what you are finding, this sec square alpha is cancelled. 1r is cancelled, and this is reduced to mu naught upon 4 pi I cos alpha d alpha. I cos alpha d alpha. Mu naught by 4 pi I cos alpha d alpha, and that is equal to r. You are finding below. You are finding r. Clear? And that is the dB. Whatever you are finding, dB equal to mu naught by 4 pi I cos alpha d alpha upon r. So what will be the total magnetic induction? The total magnetic induction, net magnetic induction due to the long straight current carrying conductor. If you take the long straight current carrying conductor, what will be the magnetic induction? So total magnetic induction, the B will be equal to integration of mu naught upon 4 pi, that is I upon r, into cos alpha d alpha. The matter is the limit. You have to find out the limit of that conductor. So what will be the limit? Because A is the limit, upper limit, B is the lower limit. If you just join all these things, you are finding from this is the perpendicular length, and from here to here we take it as the theta 1, and from here to here you take it as the theta 2. So if you take the limit, it will be minus theta 1 to plus theta 2. Minus theta 1 to plus theta 2 will be the limit, because that theta 1 and theta 2 is giving the limit of the length of the current carrying conductor. So if you integrate it properly, so you are finding mu naught by 4 pi is taken out, I also taken out, I upon r is also taken out. We are finding the limit is cos alpha d alpha. Integration of cos alpha d alpha equal to sin alpha, that is equal to sin alpha, and limiting is from minus theta 1 to theta 2, and this is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I upon r. So this is the limit is, if you put it here, sin theta 2 minus sin minus theta 1. So this will be equal to mu naught upon 4 pi I upon r, and that is equal to sin theta 2. This is the plus, that is sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. So this is the required expression, sin theta 1 plus theta 2. This is the required expression for the magnetic induction at a point due to a long straight current carrying conductor. This is the expression for the magnetic induction at point P due to a long straight current carrying conductor. The important thing is that if that long straight, if the conductor is extended to the infinite, if it is extended to the infinite, how it will be? Suppose if you extend it, automatically theta 1 gradually increases. If you more, theta 1 also increases, and here in this case also theta 2 increases, and finally if it will be the infinitely long straight conductor, the theta 1 and theta 2 will be tending to pi by 2. So for infinitely long straight conductor, theta 1 and theta 2 tend to pi by 2. So if you put the values for that, so B will be equal to mu naught by 4 pi I upon r, that is sin pi by 2 plus sin pi by 2. Pi by 2 equal to 1. So you are finding mu naught by 4 pi, that is I upon r into 2, because 1 plus 1, that is 2, and you are finding mu naught by 4 pi 2I upon r. 2I upon r. This is the required expression for the long straight conductor. If the conductor is very long, infinitely long, we are finding B equal to mu naught by 4 pi 2I upon r. If the conductor, current carrying conductor is finite m, we have to find out the mu naught by 4 pi I upon r sin theta 1 plus sin theta 2. This is all about your expression of the current carrying conductor. Thank you.